the business environment is classified into two categories. One is the internal environment and another one is the external environment. So in the recruitment policy, there are a bunch of rules and regulations that the organization is supposed to follow. For methodology that we had selected to reach the goals of the organization. Once the plan gets used, it is over. It cannot be reused. Hello everybody, a warm welcome to one and all. I am Mr. Hemant Kumar from the Department of Commerce and Management, Vidhyaashram First Grade College, MYSURU, the Temple of Excellence. So this is session 2 of Unit 2, that is Planning and Decision Making of the subject Principles and Practice of Management for first semester BBA students. This is the agenda of today's session. We are going with the concept of planning process and the types of planning. Process of planning. Here in the process of planning, we do have 8 steps in the process of planning. Let us study each and every step individually. In the previous session, we had already discussed about the meaning and definition of the planning. What is planning? Planning is deciding in advance the future course of action. It is a decision-making process. So here we are going to make the decision in the planning step by step. So how we are going to make the decision? We are going to study individually. So the first and the foremost step is the being aware of the opportunities. What kind of the opportunities? Where it is available? It is available in the business environment. So as we know, the business environment is classified into two categories. One is the internal environment and another one is the external environment. Here we are going to find the opportunities that is available in both internal and the external environment. In the next step, we are going with the setting objectives. What do you mean by setting objectives? So we are going to set the business objective based on the opportunities that is available in the market. So here we are going to set the goals of the organization. These objectives are nothing but the goals of the organization. So in the next level, we are supposed to fix the goals of the organization. So on what basis we are supposed to fix the goals of the organization? On the basis of the opportunities that is available in the market. So in the next step, that is the development of the premises. So let us assume for the development of the premises are nothing but the assumptions that we can make towards manufacturing the product. For example, before manufacturing the product, we are going through certain assumptions based on the past experience and also the future predictions. So this premises is nothing but the future prediction and the plan that we are going to make based on the past experience. For example, whatever the things that may happen in the future will be experienced by the some other entrepreneurs. We are supposed to take the guidance and go with the plan. Identifying the alternative course of action. So here we are supposed to identify the alternative course of action, not the single course of action, the alternative course of action. For example, I want to reach a particular goal. I am supposed to fix 4 ways to reach the goal. For example, this is my ultimate goal. So I am not supposed to go in a single way. If I plan for a single way, if there is any obstacles that may occur in the way, I could not able to reach the goal. Hence, in the organization that they are going to plan in 4 ways to reach the goal. Means they are going to prepare 4 kinds of the strategy or 4 kinds of plan to reach the goals or the objectives of the organization. So, for example, if they are going through this way, so if any problems occur in this way, they are not supposed to stop the plan. Hence, they are going with the another plan. Okay. So, they are going to make the alternative courses. So if one plan get failed, they are supposed to go with the another plan. If another plan may fail, they can go with the another one. So this is how that they are going to make the plan. Evaluation of alternative course of action. So as we know, there are 4 course of action. So there are 4 methodology that we had selected to reach the goals of the organization. Okay, there are 4 methodology to reach the course of action, but we are supposed to choose any one course of action to be executed. Means, for example, here I am going to compare. Let us assume plan A plan B, plan C and plan D. Okay, so if I want to execute the plan, I am supposed to compare plan A with plan B. I am supposed to compare plan C with plan D, which is familiar to reach the objectives or the goals of the organization. So as per our convenience, we are supposed to select any one way to reach the goals of the organization. I had compared plan A with all the plans. So finally I decided to go with the plan A. So finally I decided, means I had evaluated, means I had cross-verified by comparing one plan with another plan. So after the evaluation, finally I come to the conclusion telling that I am going to selecting a course. Means I had selected, I had chosen the course A for the execution. I had selected course A for the execution. So the next step, formulating the supporting plans. So for example, manufacturing of biscuit is the main objective of the organization. We are supposed to prepare a supporting plan which support the main plan. Our main plan or main goal is to manufacture the biscuit that is required to the customer as per their taste and preferences. We are supposed to make some sub plans which support the main plans. For example, the organization, it is going to work towards the accomplishment of the objectives or the organizational objectives. Okay, so there are various departments in the organization, such as the human resource department, production department, sales department, advertising department. Those departments are supporting for the organization to reach its objective. In the same way, here also there are many things or the many supporting plans which supports the main plans, because these supporting plans are like the foundation without which the main plan cannot be executed. However, the main plan must be executed through the supportive plans. The next one is the quantifying plans by budgeting. Before starting of the execution of the plan, we are supposed to quantify the data. We are supposed to quantify the data or the plans. So how we are going to quantify? For example, if I want to manufacture a biscuit, I want to establish a biscuit manufacturing unit, what is the requirement to open the biscuit manufacturing unit, whether it is a human resource or the financial resources? How much machinery is required? How much space is required? Which are all the ways that we are going to reach? We are supposed to quantify. For example, we want 10 machineries, we want 100 labors. We are supposed to quantify each and everything based on the quantity that is required to the organization. We are supposed to prepare the budget. We are supposed to prepare the budget based on the quantity that is required to the organization of the resources, whether it is a human resource, whether it is a financial resource. Moving forward, types of plans. There are many types of plans. Here we are supposed to study only 4 kinds of plans in the exam point of view. Okay, so the first kind of the plan is a single use plan. What do you mean by this single use plan? So the name itself, it is going to suggest that it is a plan that can be used only once in the lifetime. Once the plan get used, it is over. It cannot be reused. Okay, it is developed for a one-time event or a project. This kind of the plan can be developed only for the one-time event or the project. So there are some events that may happen only once in a year or once in a 5 years. So after the completion of the event, so the plan is over. So it cannot repeat again and again. In the same way, not likely to be repeated in future. So whatever the plan that we are going to make, it does not repeat in the future. Only it can be applied only once in the lifetime of the organization. Its span may be a day, week, month or a year. So the span of the plan may be a week, maybe we can plan for a event for a single day, project for a week, project for a month or a project for a year. Okay, so only we are supposed to execute the plan only once. So these are the examples for the single use plan, that is budget, program or the project. When it comes in terms of budget, we are supposed to fix the budget before starting the program, before starting the project. We are supposed to prepare a budget before starting a program or the project. So we are supposed to prepare the budget. So the budget that we are supposed to prepare today is not similar to the budget that we are supposed to prepare in future, or it is not similar to the budget that we had prepared yesterday. So as we know, the price or the cost get variated from one year to the another year. It is also a single use plan. So today we are supposed to go with the same kind of the activity or the same kind of the procedure. The budget will be 1 lakh rupees. Tomorrow we are supposed to go with the same kind of the procedure. There will be the inflation. It is around 1,20,000 or 1,50,000 rupees. So the program, the ones if we are going to organize the program, that program cannot be reorganized again in the future of the organization. And in terms of the project also, once the project that is over cannot be repeated again and again. Types of plans. The second plan is the standing plan. So we can say that this standing plan is opposite to the single use plan. So these plans can be used again and again, or these plans are also known as the multiple use plans. So it is used for all the activities that occur regularly over a period of time. It can be applied for all the activities that may occur regularly over a period of time. So in the life cycle of the organization of the business, so there are many activities that the entrepreneur is going through. He can apply again and again the same kind of plan in the business life cycle to ensure the internal opportunities that is available in an organization. So here this standing plan also help to ensure the internal opportunities of the organization. Whatever the plan that we are supposed to execute, that is based on the internal opportunities that is available in the organization or the internal environment opportunities. It enhances the efficiency in routine decision making. So how this repeated plan can enhance the efficiency in routine decision making? For example, if a single plan get executed once or twice in the life cycle of the business, the people that they are going to organize the event or the plan, they may get expertise in that particular plan, and hence it is going to increase the efficiency of the business. The examples for these kinds of plans is policies. We are supposed to carry the same kind of the policies every year. Procedure, there is a procedure for each and everything in the organization. Methods and the rules of the organization. This methodology that the organization is going to adopt, or the rules and the regulations in the organization, does not changes every time. It remains constant forever until the end of the organization. So this methodology and the rules of the organization will be there till end of the organization. The next type of plan is objective. So as we know, as I said, objectives are nothing but the goals of the organization. It is a type of plan where the organization set down what does it to be in future. So it is going to set the plan, set the goal, what it is going to reach in the future, that the organization is going to set, that we call it as a objective. For example, different kinds of organization have different objectives. So some organization objective is profit motive. There are different kinds of the objectives of different kinds of organization. Policy. So in the organization, they are supposed to maintain different kinds of policy, such as the recruitment policy, production policy, sales policy. Okay, so there are various kinds of the policy. What do you mean by this policy? It is a general guidelines of the statement. So it is a general guidelines or a statement that is prepared by the, who is going to prepare the policies of the organization? It is prepared by the top level management or the administrative management. This policies, rules, regulations or the procedures of the organization is only prepared by the top level management. General guidelines are the response to the situation. So these policies are going to instruct the general guidelines and the response to the situation. This policy is going to tell about the response to the situation, and also it is going to give the general guidelines that the organization must follow. All the individuals of the organization must follow this guidelines. The example for the policies is the recruitment policy, the production policy. So in the recruitment policy, there are a bunch of rules and regulations that the organization is supposed to follow. Moving forward, so in the next session, we are supposed to going with the concept of hierarchy of plans, the SMART goals, and also the concept of MBO and MBE. What do you mean by this? MBO, management by objective, and management by exception. Thank you.